for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, with head trainer Yoichi Kasai, official weight 121.8 pounds. His professional record, 39 victories, including 24 knockouts with 4 defeats and 3 draws. And he is undefeated for the last 16 fights over a span of 8 years. From Nagasaki, Hyogo, Japan, the challenger, former WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Toshiaki Speed King Nishioka. And fighting out of the red corner with his head trainer, former world champion Robert Garcia, wearing red and officially weighing 121.6 pounds. His professional record, 30 fights, 29 victories, including 18 knockouts with only 1 defeat, and he is undefeated over the last 11 years. From General Santos City, Philippines, the 3-division, 3-time world champion, the reigning defending WBO junior featherweight champion of the world, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
That's it. Nonito. Champion. Gentlemen, I gave you instructions downstairs. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Keep your punches up. Remember, bone here on up. So punches here are fine. Okay? Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
In our first fight in Rios and Alvarado, you saw the best of the blue-collar, blood and guts warrior side of boxing. In this fight, especially with Nonito Donaire, but also with Nishioka, we expect to see the sublime, the upper echelon of skill and speed and power that the sport has to offer.
Round number 1 begins. Each boxer with 6 first-round knockouts in their careers. Donaire, lightning quick, especially with that left hand.
See, Nishioka already over-respecting that left hook by putting his left hand up so high that Donaire won't even see a shot to throw the hook. That should open up Donaire's straight right and his overhand right, though.
Well, what are some of the things that Toshiaki Nishioka needs to do in the early part of this fight to get a rhythm going in the direction that he needs it to be?
But the one thing he's doing wrong right now is he's not jabbing at all. Just keeping that hand stationary is going to allow Nonito to have basic target practice at it. That was a jab.
And after the table setter of Rios Alvarado, the fans here in Carson, California, have no interest in any fainting.
Or posing and just holding your hands up.
These are 2 highly skilled fighters, but they both scored plenty of knockouts. Donaire more of the one-punch variety, but I've seen Nishioka get guys in trouble with one shot too.
Nishioka's been down 3 times in his career. Donaire has not. Funny for the fans in attendance, it's almost like, how could you expect to match what you just saw, at least to start? This fight will open up.
I mean, I don't think that I would have taken a main event behind those 2.
Nishioka believes Donaire's left hook is what he has to watch for. Donaire believes Nishioka's open for that shot, at least heading into this fight. But let's not forget, against Sidorenko and other top fighters, Donaire has starched him with a straight right hand.
Yeah, well, what Donaire should do right now is throw a straight right hand to the body some. Since Nishioka has that left hand, has his right hand so high on his face, trying to go at the left hook, make him reach for the right hand, then hit him with an overhand right.
The combination from Donaire fell short. Nishioka, to this point, according to CompuBox, has thrown a whopping 7 punches in the round to Donaire's 39.
He's just trying to get comfortable and get close to Donaire and see what he sees before he opens up.
Here we see one of the reasons Donaire's been less than scintillating recently. His opponents are so wary of his power, they don't give him a lot to hit. He has to start going to that showboat mode to try to create openings somewhere to bait his opponent.
End of round 1.
Okay, we're gonna pick him apart little by little. Look, he's got his right hand glued up here because he knows that left hook is coming. Let's break him down little by little with a straight right to the body and upstairs. Okay? That way he's gonna start dropping his hand. All right? Okay? That jab, just keep touching him. Upstairs, downstairs, jab, 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 and set up that straight right. Down to me.
I see the left hook. Okay? Yeah. I want to throw the left. Okay, watch out for the left. Okay. Good. You're doing good. Water.
Boy, it's hard to fathom that a guy could get through the first round of Nishioka's skill level and only throw 8 punches.
Well, he's out there trying to fill out the process right now. He hasn't fought a fighter that's probably with the skill level of Nonito Donaire, so, you know.
And Robert Garcia, the trainer of Donaire, was thinking along with you, Roy. He said, look, he's got that right hand glued up to his head. Let's throw a straight right hand.
That's exactly right. You got to open up something with the left hand.
Look, Nishioka's used to winning. Been 8 years since he lost. But he is 36 years old. He contemplated retirement before this fight. Omar Narvaez was undefeated with a bunch of title defenses. He wouldn't open up against Donaire. And Nishioka so far seems intimidated by Donaire's power.
Yeah, but he's waiting to get a good shot in before he throws anything. He's kind of smart like that. He's trying to catch Donaire in the middle of a punch and try to land his own big shot to see what happens.
Nishioka, very, very tentative right now.
And he can be a high-volume punching fighter.
Yeah, but in this fight, he's more worried about Donaire's power, so he's respecting it so much that he's not punching.
There's a good jab from Nishioka.
And Nishioka, when he throws more punches, it'll tend to be as the fight heats up and his conditioning starts to show.
I think it's a smart tactic that he's using because he's not enabling Nonito Donaire to land the left hook.
Don't push his head down. You caused that, okay? Don't push his head down. All right, let's go. You okay? Let's go. Shake hands.
I don't know if they bang knees. Donaire flexing that right knee. Roy, you know, Donaire's got all the weapons and all the tools and all the speed, but Nishioka's fighting so defensively. Is part of Nishioka's thinking here to get him frustrated and make him make a mistake where I can counter it?
Exactly. Make him make a foolish mistake. Make him get over anxious because he knows that the crowd now wants to see activity. That's what they seen in the first fight. So if you can make him make a foolish mistake, you can try to counter and catch him with a big shot. And that's what Nishioka is trying to do right now.
Yeah, Nishioka's landed another good jab.
In spite of what Donaire says, that he's only worried about the guy in front of him and all this, I think he's aware of his pound-for-pound status. He's nearing the top. He's aware of guys like Andre Ward's spectacular performances and how he needs his own big performances to stay in that conversation. So when the fight is dull, he wants to do something to enliven it.
And that's the end of round 2. On a gorgeous night,
Once in a while,
Southern California.
step in with the double jabs, and look, his guard is right here, Nonito. Look, right here. So you could land that right hook over behind his gloves. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, right? He's right here. So land the right hook behind his glove. Once in a while, not all the time. I don't want him to catch it. Do it once in a while, and you'll get him. Okay?
It's a nice short one. A nice short.
Easy. You're doing good. Be patient. You're doing good.
So we begin round number 3 for Nonito Donaire and Toshiaki Nishioka. In the last round, according to CompuBox, Donaire's connects were all power shots, 11 of 27. Steps in with that right hand that Robert Garcia asked for. Another right hand.
There's a shot that I've been looking for all night because he's trying to move his left hand, his right hand to defend. No, it's his left hand. But he's not moving that right hand at all. So go over the left hand, the one that he is moving.
When Donaire steps to his right and achieves that outside position with his foot, that straight right hand is very difficult to defend for Nishioka.
And Nishioka is partially blinding his own self with that right hand staying so close to his head.
Because he needs to defend against the left hook?
Well, he's afraid of the left hook. When we asked him in the fighter meeting what was Donaire's best weapon, he said, left hook.
Roy, when you were arguably the best fighter in the world.
There was no argument at the time that I recall.
But when you had a guy in front of you that was playing defensive like this, how did you not get frustrated? How does Donaire combat against getting frustrated?
Well, it's very difficult not to get frustrated, but there was one time I had an actual southpaw in front of me that did this to me. So what I started doing was beating his right shoulder. And I beat his right shoulder so bad that they had to stop the fight because of injury to his right shoulder. So if I was Donaire, I'd be hooking his right shoulder right now until he takes it down so I can see the chin.
Well, let's see if Donaire does some of that. He has used some more of those lead right hands. Nishioka he's not throwing any punches. He's thrown 11 so far in the round.
Well, he's fighting very smart. He's not trying to get caught with a shot. He's trying to wait for a great opportunity to catch Donaire or make Donaire want to appease to the crowd. And if he can make him do that and Donaire opens up, then maybe he can land a good lucky shot.
Yeah, we already know that a world-class fighter, a belt holder, a champion, if he's intent on neutralizing Donaire, can last the distance with him. So far, from Nishioka, I was expecting a little bit more of a will to try to see if he could actually win the fight.
Donaire looks to reset, throws that right hand, misses with his right cross. As we come to the final seconds of round number 3. Nonito Donaire, pound for pound, one of the best in the world. Born in the Philippines, moved to the U.S. at age 10. A star in his homeland of the Philippines, now dabbling in a movie career.
It's called Ang Palad Ang Nagbuot, means our faith decides. It's about a story of, what a lot of people go through, the hardship of life, and I really believe in that story. I mean, there's comedy, there's drama, but mainly the story of it all is how people just get through hardship. The most difficult thing for me was the crying scene. You need to be a different person for it, You need to be this person, and to be able to cry, I had to come up with my own ways of saying things. So I took it and I was able to do it. I enjoy making movies, It's something that, I like doing, It's something that I enjoy doing, and I would definitely do it again in the future.
And there is wife, Rachel Donaire, anxiously watching ringside as Nonito begins round number 4. And Not only is her husband a champion, but soon-to-be movie star in the Philippines. As we check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, I've got a 3-0, 30-27 Nonito Donaire. I mean, as I see this fight, he's doing all the punching. The problem with Nishioka is he's not punching enough. And, you know, Bob, I've been watching that weird right hand all night. You know, the way he holds that right hand. It's very strange. He doesn't seem to snap it an awful lot. You know, and I don't see where it's a big defensive maneuver, you know, keeping it that high. I think you ought to keep it at a normal level and throw it more. 3-0 Donaire.
Can't argue with that, Harold. And they're just kind of going about his business right now. Trying to find that opening to really hurt Nishioka, but Nishioka not giving him any opportunities.
Nishioka, it seems, came into this fight believing that Donaire was better than him, and I guess Donaire has done nothing to dissuade him.
Roy, from your time in the ring, when you were in a guy that was looking to survive, and you hear the crowd whistling and hooting, you know it's not for you per se, but does it affect you?
As a disciplinarian, no, it doesn't affect you, because you know that your job is to remain disciplined and do what it is that you train to do. So Donaire right here is landing some good body shots, as you see, landing a good straight right to the head every now and then, and that's all he can get. So just take what you can get until the store opens up.
Box, gentlemen, it's box.
Donaire opens up with a combination there. Nishioka back to that defensive shell. There's the hand speed of Donaire.
What you have to remember is that Nishioka has a loss in 8 years. He didn't go that long without a loss by being stupid. He's very smart, very effective with his movement, and he's very defensive. He's trying to avoid the left hook by all means necessary.
Box, gentlemen, it's box.
Donaire steps in with a combination.
Punches are starting to show an effect on Nishioka's face.
Yeah, especially his right eye.
Stop at the bell.
Swelling underneath that right eye.
Stop.
Another clearly controlled round for Nonito Donaire. October 23rd, catch the premiere of the next installment of Real Sports for a profile on former football star turned daytime talk show host Michael Strahan. November 17th, our four-part series 24/7. Pacquiao-Marquez kicks off. We'll begin the run-up to the fourth fight between Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez with a look back at the 3 fights that forged one of boxing's greatest rivalries. Toshiaki Nishioka's wife, Miho, sitting ringside. We asked Toshiaki about Miho attending his fight. She said she gets nervous, but she made the trip. Not a lot to get excited about to this point.
This box.
So we begin round number 5 of the schedule, 12-rounder. Nonito Donaire opens up with a combination.
I do think what we're seeing here from Donaire is he's been good to his word, Roy, about going back to boxing. And if the knockout comes, so be it. Last couple fights, it looked like he tried to force things a little more. And so he didn't have the success he's having tonight against a survival-minded fighter.
Yeah, you're right there. And the only thing you got to remember is that Nishioka is not worried about nothing but trying to land one power shot. So by him boxing like he's doing, it's enabling him to build up a heck of a lead on the scorecards. And that's what you want to do in case something does happen.
Nishioka landed his jab. Donaire followed with the right hand. We have not seen the frustration from Donaire that we've seen in some of his other fights. Triples up the jab, shoots a right to the body, steps in with a power shot that just missed.
So far, he's totally outclassing a top fighter, you know, as usual.
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
But Nishioka is forcing him to dig in his arsenal a little bit to throw combinations that he normally doesn't throw, making him change up the combinations because of that right hand standing so high up on his head. So Donaire can't hit him with the first punch or the second punch. Usually he hits him with the third or the fourth punch, unless it's a pop shot like that right hand was.
A good jab from Nishioka. Donaire steps in with a combination. Good jab by Donaire.
No! Pick him up! Pick him up!
Nishioka low with that punch.
Sign of frustration.
I'm just happy he threw a punch.
One thing that Nishioka is doing a little bit more in this round, he's moving forward a little bit more. Tried to step in with his left hand. End of round 5.
Use your feet. Hey. Move. Breathe. Breathe.
Don't switch it over now. Why don't you with the crowd, okay? You keep doing what you're doing. See between the jab, right hook.
Keep your hands in a nice strong position, okay? Start to drop them a little bit towards the end of the round. Keep your hands up and start looking.
Take it out.
Punch off from there, okay? Hands in good position. That's how you're gonna land all your combinations.
Once you let him go, Nonito, it's all you. Let him.
Back in the corner, sir.
Well, Nishioka threw a fight-high 21 punches in the last round, according to CompuBox. Landed 6 of them. Donaire hit on 11 of his 29 power shots as we begin round number 6.
A 22-pounder throwing 21 punches in a round. Not going to get it done.
It's called survival.
But then what's his point, Roy? To say that, well, I didn't get knocked out by the left hand?
This is exact by the left hook. Because I wouldn't be surprised if the left uppercut still doesn't catch him later on in the fight. But he won't get caught by the left hook no time soon. See that left uppercut right there? That's the shot because he's holding that right hand up.
On cue.
Donaire backs away from that left hand. That time Donaire missed with the uppercut. Nishioka comes back with a left.
Good left uppercut.
Yeah, from the look on Donaire's face, he's glad when Nishioka opens up because it affords him targets, you know, counterpunching opportunities.
Straight right hand by Donaire. Nishioka landed a left hand to the body.
Nishioka seems like he's starting to warm up a little bit.
Well, he certainly had ample time to warm up. We're in round 6.
It's cold outside.
Oh, Nishioka down. Short shot inside. Donaire steps in.
There it is again.
Trying to finish him. Left hand from Nishioka. Combination from Nishioka. Donaire hooks inside. Short left again from Donaire.
He went for broke on that one.
Right hand over the top, straight right hand. Nishioka says, bring it on. Left hand from Donaire.
Now Nishioka showing something.
End of 6.
Good work. Breathe. Hey. Hey. Good job.
Hey, Shiryu.
Here you see, because Nishioka is holding that right hand so high on his head, Donaire got smart and came under it, and it came right between both hands with the left uppercut. Beautiful shot to sit Nishioka down for a second. Once again, you see him with the right hand high, and Nonito comes right up under that right hand with a beautiful left uppercut to the chin.
I think part of that is Nishioka got more aggressive that round. And so Donaire, there was just more heavy leather exchange, and that's what happens when you exchange with Donaire.
All right, let's check in with Harold Letterman as we begin round 7.
Okay, Bob, boy, we started to get a fight there for a minute. 6-0, 60-53, Nonito Donaire. Yeah, he won the first 5 rounds easily. The 6th round, just like Max said, Nishioka opened up and got dropped. You got to give Nonito Donaire an extra point in round 6 for knocking the man off his feet. 6-0, 60-53, Nonito Donaire.
I like what I saw from Nishioka after the knockdown. He figured, look, if I'm going to lose anyway or get hit hard anyway, might as well make a fight of it.
That's exactly right, and he really threw some pretty good punches at Donaire while Donaire was trying to get him.
Some really good punches.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous time for a fighter.
So after a waltz through 5.5 rounds, Nishioka decided to open it up. Right hand from Donaire. Nishioka steps in with the left. Donaire counters with his left.
They've both taken each other's bombs very well since the knockdown.
Good body shot.
Yeah, after he doubled up with the jab, did Donaire. Donaire thumps that right hand.
And see, even though Nishioka was blocking the punches,
flash of heads there as Nishioka tried to throw his left.
No problem. Let's go. Box.
even though Nishioka is blocking those punches, he's feeling the true power behind him. And it's causing him to stay in that defensive stance.
Jab from Nishioka. Donaire jumped in with his power shot.
And
another
Nishioka,
jab from Nishioka.
Yeah, he does have quick hands. You can understand why he hasn't lost in 8 years.
Quick hands and some pop. You think those headbutts are accidental, Roy?
Well, you know, when we have a softy and a left and a right-handed fighter to fight, usually we do have accidental headbutts. So yes, I think that was totally accidental.
There's that jab again.
Ten seconds, stop at the bell. Stop at the bell. Stop.
And of round number 7. Boxing After Dark from Home Depot Center in Carson, California. There's Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. working the Mexican TV along with Marco Antonio Barrera. There's Gennady Golovkin, we've recently seen on Boxing After Dark. Mikey Garcia, one of the top featherweights in the world, checking out the action ringside. Great trainer Freddie Roach. And there is Oscar Valdez, Mexican Olympian, checking things out. Valdez performed very well in the London Games.
Hands in strong as you like to practice.
Condition good? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Okay? Let's start picking it up. All right, let's go.
Rachel Donaire checking out her husband Nonito. Toshiaki Nishioka been busier over the last couple of rounds. As we begin round number 8, scheduled for 12. Nishioka down in the 6th. Bob Papa, Roy Jones Jr., Max Kellerman, and Harold Letterman ringside for HBO's Boxing After Dark. Nonito Donaire putting his 122-pound belts on the line against Toshiaki Nishioka of Japan. Nishioka has not lost in 8.5 years. 39-4-3 with 24 knockouts. Donaire 29-1 with 18 knockouts. Pound for pound, one of the best in the world.
Donaire, you see, doesn't have an impenetrable defense. Roy, you've compared him to you in your prime, and he has some. He reminds me also of Sugar Ray Leonard a bit in the sense that Ray would mix it up, and so you could hit him even at his best, and Donaire seems to me the same way.
Yeah, they don't move a lot on their feet like I did. I use my legs as my primary source of defense. They don't. They use their hands and their shoulders as their primary source of defense, so they definitely are capable of being hit more when they open up the punch. I was less likely to be hit because I had the speed of a cat, but I used my legs as my defensive weapons.
But as a result, they were also really crowd-pleasing. Ray Leonard was really crowd-pleasing at times because of that, because of his willingness to fight that way.
Most definitely, and because of the hand speed.
Counter right hand from Donaire after Nishioka lands the left. Donaire shoots a straight right.
Good left hand by Nishioka.
Yeah, he steps in with a little combination to the chin of Donaire. Donaire answers back with the right hand. Boy, what is Nishioka seeing in which, as defensive as he was through the first 5, he has opened up a little more offensively?
Well, he hasn't lost in 8 years. He doesn't really want to lose tonight. I mean, don't make no mistake about it. He is truly a winner. He didn't come all the way over here to lose the fight. So now that he's at it, he's feeling like, since I'm in here, I'm getting hit.
Wow, there they go, opening up power shots.
Nishioka is throwing home run bombs, and he's willing to take them to try to land his own. It's not a bad idea.
Not bad at all. Donaire has to be careful walking in and throwing that left uppercut, too.
So Nishioka starting to let that left hand go here near the end of round number 8.
Breathe. Okay, see, when you said those three punch combinations, you're landing, you're hurting them really bad. But you know what you got to do? You got to sit on your plant your feet and bend your knees, and that's when your 3 punch combinations land, and that's when you got the power.
Left, left, left. Left. Just like practice. Left straight. Yes.
He see Nonito Donaire coming right behind with a counter left hook, followed by a straight right hand on Nishioka. He thought he was out of range, but he wasn't. But he's so concerned about the power of the left hook that he's leaving himself open for the straight right.
Round number 9 underway for Nonito Donaire and Toshiaki Nishioka. According to CompuBox in the last round, Nishioka's 44 punches thrown, his high water mark in the fight, and his 9 connects his high water mark. And Donaire gets flipped down. No knockdown, says Raul Caiz Sr., the referee.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen a guy do a 360 and being pushed down, spun down.
I think their knees may have banged.
More early in the fight, Donaire's right knee banged too. You're wondering about late power. Toshiaki has 3 knockouts in his career after the 8th round. Donaire has none.
Nishioka now with purposeful aggression, trying to get in position to punch.
Pumps out that jab again, does Nishioka. Left hand to the body by Donaire, scored. That one was blocked. Nishioka steps in with a combination.
And this is what Nishioka starts to do around the...
Oh, down goes Nishioka from a counter shot.
4, 5, 6, 7. You sure you're okay? Hey.
Coming into this fight, he's been down 3 times in his career, down twice, and now the referee steps in and stops it.
And that was the straight right hand that Donaire promised. Nishioka's corner jumped in to protect him.
The corner jumped in. We're told they stopped it.
Everybody else, let the doctor see the fighter. ¿Speak English? Peter. Míralo, okay? No problem.
And Nonito Donaire, win number 30, stoppage number 19.
Spanish. No. He can speak English.
Nishioka does not speak English.
He speaks English. He speaks Spanish. He speaks English.
Being told that the corner of Nishioka stepped in to stop the fight. Get confirmation on that in just a second. Here's the counter shot from Donaire, Roy.
Yeah, he allowed Nishioka to open up some by backing up, and once Nishioka did, he made himself wide open for the straight right hand, which he really had been all night long had he been on the attack, but because he was staying back so much, it was harder for Nonito to hit him with it. Now he's bringing the pressure, bringing his face to Nonito, and Nonito just comes right out of that feint with a straight right hand. Bam! Right on the chin, down goes Nishioka.
Second time in the fight, Nishioka was down. Here's Raul Caiz Sr. giving the count now. He looks over, gets ready to begin the action and lets it continue, and then steps in and stops it. So Nonito Donaire with his 30th win. Just on a kind of pedestrian first 5 rounds, that Nishioka elected to make it more of a fight in the 6th round. Nishioka got dropped in the 6th and then dropped again in the 9th.
Anytime he chose to truly fight back, he got dropped.
For the official time of the stoppage, once again we send it up to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Raul Caiz Sr. steps in and calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 54 seconds of round number 9. The winner by TKO victory, and still the WBO Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Nonito, we need your great feel. Great feel right here.
Hey, I'll get him right now. I'll get him right now.
Nonito Donaire finishes off Toshiaki Nishioka in the 9th round. As we take a look at the total punch numbers in the fight, you see that Donaire landed 134 of 485. Nishioka just not busy enough in this fight. He only averaged throwing 22 punches per round. In the power category, again, dominance by Donaire. That was the key. And of course, that straight right hand in the 9th round finishes off Nishioka. So Nonito Donaire picks up win number 30. He's in the ring with Max Kellerman.
Nonito, how do you feel about this performance tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody that's here. People from Carson, LA, San Diego, especially the Bay Area and Vegas, and all the people from Japan who came up, fly over here and give support to Nishioka and this boxing. Domo arigatou gozaimasu, and to all the fans, thank you.
How do you feel about the fight?
Nishioka was a great fighter. That's why we're kind of weary about it, because we know that we can end the fight with one punch. And that's what happened. We just want to make that mistake, and if we make that mistake, they'll get us, and that's what happened. He made the mistake to reach in. I got him with the uppercut. My hand was hurting a little bit, so I couldn't finish him off, and then I had to go with my right.
The left hand was hurt.
The left hand for the uppercut. That's why I stopped throwing it and started to slow down in the middle. It wasn't because I was tired. It was because I needed a different strategy.
Narvaez was a top fighter. He didn't really try to win. Nishioka's a top fighter. Until he got dropped, it didn't look like he was really trying to fight you. Once you dropped him, he started fighting you, and you knocked him out. Why won't these guys engage with you?
Well, when you do engage and you open up yourself, Nonito is a surgeon. I can pick them apart, and then once that surgeon comes in, the demolition man comes in and knock people out.
But it did seem as though tonight you were taking what he gave you, not trying to do too much, as may have been the case recently. Was that a strategy coming in? Tell us about it.
Like I said, going back to the roots, using that jab, using the speed, and that's what we wanted to do. I'm not completely there yet, but the leg was starting to move, the combination started to flow, but we need more, and we always get better every time we fight a good fighter like Nishioka.
All right, you told us to watch for the right hand, and tell us what you see.
Well, people thought that I was just playing possum to see what he'll do, and I wanted to open him up and time that jab like I always did, working with Brian Swartz, my other coach. And that's exactly what happened, was time that straight like we did, and we made it happen, and that was it.
Okay, Nonito, these top fighters at 122 so far are not really challenging you. It's not a question as to who's going to win the fight. You're dominating them, with the exception of maybe of Matabula, whose jaw you fractured. Who are you looking at right now as the target?
All of the above. At this point, I got the guy that I thought was the best in this division, and that was Nishioka. Anybody is free for all. Whoever wants it, let's go.
There are fighters in your division with high profile, guys who people think would give you a good fight, but you're not with the same promoters. Does that mean you will move up and out of the division, or do you want to fight those fighters?
If we can make those fights happen, I've waited for a long time, and I know how it is to be waiting for somebody. If we can't make it happen, I want to move up in the division, and that's up to Bob and HBO and you guys.
You always get a little annoyed at me when I bring up Rigondeaux, but he is with you, your promoter, and hardcore fight fans would love to see it.
Listen, Max, I'm just giving you a hard time. You know how it is. I love you, man, but, to tell you, to be honest with you, like I said, I believe that he needs more guys to make me excited. I have to be excited for the fight, or else I'm gonna get bored. Like, have you seen the last few fights? This fight, I was so aware, so focused, because I know what this guy has, and I want to feel that going in the ring, that this guy is challenging me, and I have confidence this guy is a good fighter. They gotta prove themselves for me to go at it.
Thanks, Nonito, and congratulations.
Thank you, HBO and Top Rank. Thank you guys for this opportunity.